10:11 a.m. and it's like 35.7 degrees out there Celsius. If you don't mind, just drink a just half, 1/4 glass of water or whatever. But that's not the point here. It's just fascinating that the fans of the likes of Angry Joe, Total Biscuit, um, Adam Sessler, Jim Sterling, Anita Sarkeesian. Sorry if I brought that up. I know that I promised that I'm never going to bring her up again. And the likes of IGN, Kotaku, Escapist Magazine, and the people who supports feminism. The feminist people, the people in video games. It just makes me wonder on why actually these people supports these kinds of things, despite that most of them are being talked down to, being embarrassed, being insulted as in being insulted outright, um, being demonized, being condemned, labeled as sexist, misogynistic, ableist, scum pigs. I just don't. I don't have any words for that. Heck, I don't even get it on why they actually support these people, despite that they are being verbally abused. Not necessarily to be insulted in a way that you know, personally, but taking pot shots there and right, just because you support this franchise, just because you support this game, and just because there are sexy characters within it, mainly women, because after all, there's only one side of the coin for these people. It's just disappointing at first, but my empathy for these people that thinks that they have the moral high ground since they support these people and they just going to nod on whatever they say. It's just I don't have, as I said before, I don't have any empathy of these people on these people anymore. They chose to be there. They chose to support these people, and I wouldn't mind if someday in the future, somewhere along the road, that no one is going to support them. No one is actually going to make them feel better for what they've chosen, because they've chose this so-called moral high ground when it comes to the issues like feminism in video games. And despite being insulted, despite being called as a sexist, misogynistic, they're still there. I I have no more. I mean, I don't know why these people are still supporting are still supporting these group of people. I mean, where's the humanity? Where, where? I mean, do you have to throw your humanity away? You know, the capability of yourself to actually make decisions of your own, to have beliefs of your own, to have principles of your own. But now it's all about being drones. They're okay being called as a sexist, misogynistic, ableist, scum, pretendos, console slaves, and every other attack out there. They're okay with it. They approve it actually, because according to them, uh, taking this pseudo ivory tower together with their idol is going to exempt them, as in accepting them from the scrutinies that most people in the video game community gets, especially the gamers, you know, gamers that are, majority are men. But I know that women are closing the gap when it comes to the video game industry, especially in the gaming scene, the actual gaming scene. But to actually be condemned by to actually be condemned and not saying anything, not standing up for their own. I mean, not standing up for their own. Where you are a human being, and if you're being talked down to like this, you're being insulted like that, are you just going to shut up? Well, if you do shut up, just because you believe in these people, you believe in Angry Joe saying that you as a player of Witcher 2 masturbates to every scene of it, especially when there are beautiful women in it. In Angry Joe takes pot shots and sexy video game girls, and you are laughing. You are laughing to what he's saying. You are approving on what he's supposed to be a skit, but it's a downright insult at you. Total Biscuit, Adam Sessler says that if you criticize Anita Sarkeesian, oh, including Jim Sterling, and her ideas and her opinions, you're a sexist, misogynistic pig. And what you did do, you're just shutting up. Just shut up because you don't want to be uh, uh, within the lines of people like I do. Being for having a different opinion, for having a set of principles of my own, for having for having doing my own research and come up with a conclusion that is different from the ad populus, from the people from the ad populum. Where, man? I mean, where are we to be supposed to stand up for ourselves and not to be drones? You okay? You are okay. You are okay being talked down to. I mean, how can you condone that? How can you tolerate this? How? Why? What? What forces you? I supposed to be feel bad for you people, but not anymore. It's okay to you to be mocked. It's okay to be ridiculed, and you just showed signs of being a battered wife. Not necessarily you have to be beaten physically, but you've been beaten mentally, psychologically. Because if a sane human being being hurt and being talked down to is not going to actually just close his arms like this and say, yes, I believe you, I'm sorry. That's why you're going to follow them. Have some balls. I know if you're a fan of Angry Joe, you're a fan of Total Biscuit, Adam Sessler, Jim Sterling, I wouldn't care less. I wouldn't care less. If you're going to label me as a hater or as a jealous person, jealousy is one of the primal emotions of a man. But I don't care because having a different opinion is a good thing. Because unlike you people, I'm not a drone. Unlike you people, I have class. Unlike you people, I have ethics. Unlike you, I'm a human being, and I can make decisions of my own. I can come up with opinions that are based on the facts that were laid on me on the table, and not just to follow the words of a man who says that he's the representative of the gamers. I'm not going to I'm not going just to follow a man who have 2 million subscribers. I'm not just going to follow a guy who proclaims himself as the lawyer of let's players. I'm not going to just rally behind the banner of feminism just because of a woman says that video games and sexual exploitation of game creators to female characters influences people, especially men, for to actually tolerate rape, condone rape, or rape culture. I'm not like that kind of person. So, if you're going to feel ashamed, then go ahead. And I'm going to bet you're not going to, because you already established yourself on a moral high ground. I wish that like Icarus's ivory wings, it's going to melt anytime soon, and we're not going to be there to rescue you. You're going to get burned, and you're going to get burned hard. I'm Homer, and I'm going to finish this first before I finish this video. Distilled water for the win.